Massive boost for Narendra Modi and his ambition for the Prime Minister's job. But as far as endorsement coming through is concerned, a virtual endorsement of the Gujarat Chief Minister, the Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, the political offshoot of the Islamic seminary Darul Uloom Deoband, has said that Muslim hostility towards Narendra Modi is waning. Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind General Secretary Maulana Mehmood Madani acknowledging Muslims in Modi-ruled Gujarat are economically much better off than their counterparts staying in states like Maharashtra, West Bengal, certainly putting his weight behind Narendra Modi as well in many ways. Madani controls Deoband, which in turn then holds the pulse of millions of Muslims in India and abroad, and is the final word in Islamic jurisprudence as well. Madani also admitting that a significant section of Muslims have actually voted for Modi in the recent Gujarat polls as well. He was speaking to Managing Editor Rahul KAMAL.
आपके हिसाब से मुसलमानों का रुख बदल रहा है क्योंकि हाल में गुजरात में म्यूनिसिपैलिटी के चुनाव हुए, ऐसे इलाकों में भी जहां पर मुस्लिम बहुल इलाके थे, यहां तक कि 90% मुस्लिम आबादी थी, वहां पर भी बीजेपी।
हाँ, मेरे ये असेंबली के चुनाव में भी मेरे इंफॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से जो हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं से हमको मिली वो ये है कि बहुत सारी जगहों पर ये उनको कुछ एक सेक्शन ने बिल्कुल वोट दिया है। तो हालात बदल रहे हैं, जमाना बदल रहा है, तो ये तो है।
तो आप मानते हैं कि मुसलमानों का रुख कम से कम गुजरात में नरेंद्र मोदी की तरफ पहले से नरम पड़ रहा?
ऐसा इसको इस तरह नहीं कहना चाहिए, लेकिन बहरहाल कुछ वोट लिए हैं उन्होंने जरूर, इसमें कोई शुबा नहीं।
क्या आपको लगता है कि इसकी वजह यह है कि उन्होंने विकास का काम किया है? क्योंकि अगर विकास ना होता तो गुजरात के मुसलमानों को भी नहीं लगता कि मोदी के लिए वोट पड़ना चाहिए।
दोनों तरह की बातें हैं। कुछ लोग विकास की बात करते हैं और कुछ लोगों का ये मानना है कि अगर उसको वोट नहीं दें और दूसरे को लेकर के आए तो दूसरे वाले भी कुछ कम नहीं है, वो भी बड़े मेहरबान हैं। तो दो मेहरबानों में से किसी को चुनना है तो उन्होंने इस मेहरबान को चुन लिया, बस ये।
लेकिन हकीकत यह है कि अगर हम सच्चर कमेटी के आंकड़ों को देखते हैं तो हर पैमाने पर, चाहे वो शिक्षा का पैमाना हो, चाहे वो सरकारी नौकरियों का पैमाना हो, चाहे वो आमदनी का पैमाना हो, हर पैमाने पर मुसलमानों की हालत गुजरात में बेहतर है बाकी राज्यों से।
ये इस तरह नहीं देखा जा सकता कि गुजरात में बेहतर है, बल्कि ये कि कुछ जगह उससे ज्यादा खराब है, जैसे वेस्ट बंगाल है। ये बात हम पहले भी कहते रहे हैं कि गुजरात के जेलों में जितने लोग बंद हैं उससे ज्यादा महाराष्ट्र के जेलों में बंद हैं, हालांकि वो सो कॉल्ड सेकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की हुकूमत है वहां। तो ये है, ये फैक्ट है। कुछ चीजें हैं, सच्चाइयां हैं जिनको नजरअंदाज नहीं किया जा सकता।
All right, Hamid Rasheed, well, a cleric as well now joining us on the phone line. सर, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे मदानी साहब के बैकिंग के लिए, जो नरेंद्र मोदी को आके पूरा बैक करा है? उन्होंने बोला है कि जो मुस्लिम वोट है वो रहा है उनके साथ भी गुजरात में हो, और शायद 2014 में वो नरेंद्र मोदी को ही बैक करे मुस्लिम वोट भी।
No, I think that any kind of development at the cost of genocide cannot be approved. And whatever Narendra Modi has done in the Gujarat riots is well known. And if a section of the Muslim community had supported or had voted in Gujarat, it does not mean that Muslim in the rest of India will also support him.
All right, fair point, Mr. Rasheed. But at the end of the day, when you look at this open endorsement coming from one of the leading, groups, organizations, which of course does hold the pulse of many Muslims across this country, you think that certainly it is an indicator of the trend, perhaps of the change also coming through, if not everywhere, but in certain sections, certain groups?
Actually, what the central government and some of the state governments led by the Congress party is doing for Muslims. So, in that sense, a large section of the Muslim community are going against the Congress party because of their recent activities. And a number of Muslims have been arrested on the false charges of terrorism, and they are languishing in various jails. So, and the Congress party has announced that they will support Muslim in one or the other manner. They will give reservation and will implement the Sector Committee report and all that. But as far as the ground reality is concerned, all of you know better what all these governments have done for the Muslim community. So on the basis of these, some of the Muslims are thinking of going the other way. So let's see what happened in 2014.
Sure, 2014, not that far away, sir, but last word from you as well. At the end of the day, like you point out, it may be a combination of factors. The development plan that Narendra Modi talks about, the fact that Muslims in Gujarat are perhaps, according to figures, doing better than the counterparts across the country. The other fact, of course, that the Congress is not the alternative that is appearing to be as they had hoped for. At the end of the day, these are all factors, sir, which are in fact playing in favor of Modi.
No, I don't think that all these factors are going in favor of Modi. The regional parties in a number of states will play a very important and very leading role as far as the formation of the government at center is concerned. And the two leading parties, whether it is Congress or BJP, they will have to take a large amount of support from the regional parties, and these regional parties are basically supported by the Muslim community all over India.
Okay.
So you cannot say that these factors are going in favor of any one particular party, and importantly, it is not in favor of as far as Narendra Modi is concerned.
Mr. Khaleed, Rasheed, thanks so much for joining us with your inputs on this story, your perspective of how you read it. Managing Editor Rahul Kanwal also now joins us. Rahul, how do you see this going forward? Speaking to a Muslim cleric as well, coming out and saying that perhaps it's not just Narendra Modi and his development plan, but the lack of a better alternative as well, but it's all working in favor of Modi.
Aditya, over the last few days, we've seen ambassadors of the European Union seek to end their blockade of Narendra Modi, seek to enter into a rapprochement with the Gujarat Chief Minister. But what we've just heard Maulana Mehmood Madani say is the most significant indicator of a change in the times, because Maulana Madani controls the Darul Uloom. And it's the same Madani brothers, you would recall a few months ago when Maulana Ghulam Wastanvi, who had been appointed as the Vice Chancellor of the Darul Uloom, had come out and praised Narendra Modi. It's the same Madani brothers who had gone out and forced Maulana Wastanvi to first retract from his statement and also did not allow him to take charge as the Vice Chancellor of the Darul Uloom. So the Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind is the most powerful, the most respected body when it comes to Islamic scholarship in this country, and for the General Secretary of that body to come out, and you said at the beginning that he's endorsing Modi. He's not endorsing Modi, far from actually, Aditya. He's saying that the times are changing, that Muslim hostility towards Modi is coming down.
Yes.
And in the state where the riots took place, he admits that there are Muslims, for example, in the municipal elections that happened just last week, in areas where there were 90% Muslims, even in those areas, candidates of the BJP who were Muslims won. And in the assembly elections also, there are reports that about 21% of the Muslims of Gujarat voted for Narendra Modi. His statement is an acknowledgement of reality.
Yes.
It might not necessarily mean that he himself has forgiven Modi for what happened in the riots. He hasn't, but he realizes that the appeal of Narendra Modi now extends to a certain constituency amongst the Muslim population as well. And this indicates that the times are changing, that the Modi phenomena is not just restricted to Gujarat or to the Hindu population, but also extends to the Muslims, and that's an endorsement coming from the person whose voice is taken more seriously amongst the Muslim community, Aditya.
Absolutely, and as Rahul pointed out, that's maybe not an out-and-out endorsement for Narendra Modi, but certainly the position which has been one of opposition in the past is waning. We'll also connect with KAMAL FAROOQUI in just a moment, get his inputs on how he reads, well, what is perhaps, a change in position from the Darul as well. But first up, let's also again listen in to those comments coming across from Madani to Rahul. Listen in.
और क्या आपके हिसाब से मुसलमानों का रुख बदल रहा है? क्योंकि हाल में गुजरात में म्यूनिसिपैलिटी के चुनाव हुए, ऐसे इलाकों में भी जहां पर मुस्लिम बहुल इलाके थे, यहां तक कि 90% मुस्लिम आबादी थी, वहां पर भी बीजेपी।
हाँ, मेरे ये असेंबली के चुनाव में भी मेरे इंफॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से जो हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं से हमको मिली, वो ये है कि बहुत सारी जगहों पर ये उनको कुछ एक सेक्शन ने बिल्कुल वोट दिया है। तो हालात बदल रहे हैं, जमाना बदल रहा है, तो ये तो है।
तो आप मानते हैं कि मुसलमानों का रुख कम से कम गुजरात में नरेंद्र मोदी की तरफ पहले से अब नरम पड़ रहा है?
ऐसा इसको इस तरह नहीं कहना चाहिए, लेकिन बहरहाल कुछ वोट लिए हैं उन्होंने जरूर, इसमें कोई शुक्र नहीं।
क्या आपको लगता है कि इसकी वजह यह है कि उन्होंने विकास का काम किया है? क्योंकि अगर विकास ना होता तो गुजरात के मुसलमानों को भी नहीं लगता कि मोदी के लिए वोट पड़ना चाहिए।
दोनों तरह की बातें हैं। कुछ लोग विकास की बात करते हैं और कुछ लोगों का ये मानना है कि अगर उसको वोट नहीं दें और दूसरे को लेकर के आए तो दूसरे वाले भी कुछ कम नहीं है, वो भी बड़े मेहरबान हैं। तो दो मेहरबानों में से किसी को चुनना है तो उन्होंने इस मेहरबान को चुन लिया, बस ये।
लेकिन हकीकत यह है कि अगर हम सच्चर कमेटी के आंकड़ों को देखते हैं तो हर पैमाने पर, चाहे वो शिक्षा का पैमाना हो, चाहे वो सरकारी नौकरियों का पैमाना हो, चाहे वो आमदनी का पैमाना हो, हर पैमाने पर मुसलमानों की हालत गुजरात में बेहतर है बाकी राज्यों से।
ये इस तरह नहीं देखा जा सकता कि गुजरात में बेहतर है, बल्कि ये कि कुछ जगह उससे ज्यादा खराब है, जैसे वेस्ट बंगाल है। ये बात हम पहले भी कहते रहे हैं कि गुजरात की जेलों में जितने लोग बंद हैं उससे ज्यादा महाराष्ट्र के जेलों में बंद हैं, हालांकि वो सो कॉल्ड सेकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की हुकूमत है वहां। तो यह है, ये फैक्ट है। कुछ चीजें हैं, सच्चाइयां हैं जिनको नजरअंदाज नहीं किया जा सकता।
All right, let's try and connect with SP leader KAMAL FAROOQUI now, who perhaps listened in to Maulana Mehmood Madani and his comments as well. Sir, certainly a change in position, a softening of positions, if you will, an admission as well of Modi's development plank as it has been going through. Come to 2014, how do you see this? What kind of impact do you think this is going to have in the future on perhaps the minority vote as well?
No, I don't think. What Maulana Mehmood Madani has said, that is only in connection with the Gujarat to a limited extent. And even for that, Congress is responsible because Congress has not been in a position to give the straight fight to Modi during the last three assembly elections. And Muslims, basically, in some of the cases, as far as my assessment goes, they had no other alternative. And they were under pressure also. And they perhaps thought that how long they will continue to fight Modi. Modi phenomena in Gujarat, in fact, has been going on, and the Muslims were absolutely helpless. When we talk about the development, we see that the Gujarat government has not done anything extraordinary for the Muslims. Rather, all the national assistance which was provided to the Gujarat for Muslims, it was not given to them. And as far as the development is concerned, Gujarat basically is, even otherwise, whether it's Hindus or Muslims, wherever they have gone, they have made good progress. Muslims are also part of Gujarat. So we should not see it from their point of view. As far as Modi is concerned, Modi will continue to remain a stigma because he is being seen very rightly by the people that he has been responsible for so many encounters, fake encounters. He was responsible for the killing, and he has been trying to roadblock all the judicial process for the people who have suffered a lot during his regime. So we should not see Modi coming back again as a national phenomenon. It is limited to Gujarat. And as far as Muslims are concerned, Muslims, please make a distinction between the BJP and Modi. You see in Bihar, the Muslims have voted even in some of the areas. But that was not for Modi, that was not for anybody else, but that was for the policies of the Nitish and the BJP people over there.
But so, who then takes the credit for those policies as well? Why haven't those policies played out? Let's also put this question to Zafar Gilani, convener, All India Babri Masjid Action Committee as well. Sir, how do you see this change in position? There is certainly a softening in position if you heard Mr. Maulana Madani's comments about Narendra Modi, acknowledgement coming through of his development which has helped in the growth of Muslims in Gujarat.
No, I have heard Maulana Madani. He has not said that it is because of any development made by Modi. Yes, what he has said is that in certain areas, people have voted for BJP candidates. See, there are different reasons. It is not for the first time. It has happened even in past that some BJP candidates have been voted either on account of their personal attitude, cooperative attitude with Muslims, or because the candidate put up by some other secular parties was so undesirable that they thought that this it is better to support this one.
No, but sir, certainly from enemy number one, he's been termed now as the lesser of two evils.
Modi, I am telling you, the Modi is not the candidate everywhere. Modi may be leader of the party, but where the Muslims are supported, it is not Modi.
It was some other local candidate.
No, sir, but at the end of the day, any support for a BJP candidate essentially translates to success for Narendra Modi, which essentially has seen him come back to power in the state.
You are correct, but local considerations has not been such always. When Shiv Sena leader is Bal Thackeray, but people have supported some candidate of Shiv Sena locally because of his liking or disliking. He was being considered to be favorable to Muslims in certain areas. Shahnawaz Khan has been BJP candidate. He has been given Muslim votes in some areas sometimes. So this is not so that Modi has been condoned or Modi has lied because people have voted for some BJP candidates in some areas. It is not
perhaps not such an open endorsement, but certainly a softening of stand. He remains the stigma as opposed to these comments coming from Mr. Gilani. You make an important point, and big thanks also to you for joining us. Also thanks to Mr. KAMAL FAROOQUI and Rahul Kamal for bringing us their perspective on the story. We'll play out the entire interview also a little later.